Hello and welcome everyone, duckyobrien here, and today I'll be covering another community build from Chronic Zombie. And let me tell you, he has been nailing it with these builds. They're really good. I am impressed every time I see one of his builds. He's doing a way better job than me, but he doesn't want to make videos, so I'm covering for him. As always, I'm going to link his YouTube channel and Twitch in the description below if you want to check him out. He doesn't make content, but you know what? If you want to drop by and say hi to him, he's on the official Astroneer Discord. He's on T Hill server if you want to check him out. Very brilliant designer. All right, what he made was a production line that will take junk resources and then turn them into scrap or just delete them by researching them and turning them into bytes. It's brilliant, but before that, I do have to note here, you do have to load a mod. So you have to download two files. One is the load modder. The mod loader. Oh, why did I say it backwards? I'm getting old. And then the mod itself, which creates a new backpack printer. It's a QD printer. It prints all of the items from the backpack instead of some of them. So he has two links. As always, I'm going to have this README and the save file in the description below. It's probably not going to work for console players, but you know what? It'll work if you're playing on PC. So these are the two files. There are some mods here. So when you open this will show up and you drag and drop the mod file into here like this. You select it and then you select play. If you don't do this, the save file will crash because it's using a modified item. As a side note here, I have not checked security for the mod loader or the mod itself. So if I'm getting infected with a virus, I wouldn't know. So always download it at your own risk. Okay, start the game. Let's switch scenes here. Yeah, this kind of brings to mind something. I was playing Astroneer on Twitch and apparently on YouTube. Some drama amongst the Astroneer content creators where Z1, I think is the biggest one, saying he's leaving Astroneer for some reason, and then other content creators stepping in and defending the game. And one of the arguments Z1 said was that the game doesn't have mods. So it doesn't have like full-on mods, but you can still mod the game to an extent. So I think the man just needs to do a little bit more research, perhaps. I don't blame him though. All right, so I'm gonna walk you guys through the build before I run it. So basically here, you just dump resources here. These arms will grab it and dump them into these areas, which all get funneled into the central area. Beautiful, elegant design, by the way. These two arms grab it, loaded here, just a buffer here, and then those items get loaded into the checkerboard, the chessboard. Now what happens here is I have to reset the printers. They get printed into these items here, these backpack items: the floodlight, the probe scanner, the hydrazine jetpack, the solid fuel jump jet, the small wind turbine, the beacon, the oxygen filter, the auto arm, and the small battery. So once they get printed, these items will grab it, and they'll dump them into here, which get funneled into, once again, a central area, which get put into these cute little shredders, and then they get put into a conveyor belt. This is a conveyor belt. I covered this. This is the conveyor belt designed by Chronic Zombie. Excellent conveyor belt. So what happens is when you put a resource into a canister and it comes out, it defaults to a storage. And when you have a tall storage here, the distance covered it's pretty extensive depending on what platform you're using, and it's immediate, almost immediate. So it's going to get put into here, it's going to exit the canister, and then going to end up here. So the scrap will end up here, these arms will grab it and put it into here where you're going to store it. Now, let's say the resources that you need can't be used by the printers immediately. So a beacon is made by quartz, right? But let's say compound here, you need something else, right? Welp. This is where it gets interesting. So you have this arm. These two arms will grab all of the items and then dump it into here. Anything that's smeltable will be smelted. And then this arm will grab it and funnel it back to here. Now here, these arms are filtering the zinc, the tungsten, and the ceramic, because those can be used by the printers. So if they're loaded onto this platform, it'll get put onto this, and then this arm just grabs it and puts it here. So if you look at an overview right now, this is the stream of resources. This is the resource stream. It goes this way, goes over here, and then goes all the way down. And then these resources come all the way back here. And then this goes back here as well. So as you can see, this Brilliant is designed because it's very flexible. So once the resources go here, it's going to go down this way, right? Or this way. This is coming back, sorry. Now here, this is making aluminum alloy. And then once it gets pooped out here, it's going to go down here. Now this is making steel. So iron and carbon, and it's going to go down this way. And this is making titanium alloy, which uses titanium and graphene. So as you can see, the arm will grab the titanium. It has gas here, reserves here. This is why the gas is here, because those resources need gas. Now over here, you see it's going to grab the graphite and the ammonium, and it's going to go into here. These are going to make the hydrazine and the graphene, and then dump it into this canister. So it's going to wait for titanium to come in. Now over here, these arms will grab resources, and if it's lithium or astronium, it'll put it into the research chambers, because those resources can't be used for a recipe. I thought, wait, the lithium is used for small batteries, isn't it? Either way, you design it as such. So then the resources that you can't use easily are going to be researched away. And the overflow is going to be transferred here. Again, this is Chronic Zombies conveyor belt. It's going to go into the canister. It's going to poop out, immediately transferred to the tall storage, and it's going to be funneled back into this line. It's going to keep going over and over again. Until it goes into here, it gets printed, or it gets refined here into these alloys, and then gets printed into one of these resources, these materials. All right, so before we start, you're probably gonna have to do this too, since these printers are not, they're modified. You're gonna have to go in and you're gonna have to set in. Is floodlight different than worklight? Did I do this wrong? I did. Set the items according to the arms. So this is the probe scanner. This is just slightly time consuming, but I understand why, because it's a mod. Alright. Probe scanner. This is the hydrazine jetpack. Okay, style of fuel jump jet. Maybe going backwards is faster, I don't know. Okay, and then small wind turbine. Like, again, remember to push the circular button, which sets auto print, and then press the green button to press it to make sure the auto print is on. I have a lot of people asking that question. Small wind turbine. Alright, beacon now. Oxygen filters. Tethers. And then small battery. Yeah, oh, it uses zinc. Oh, okay, okay. I thought it was lithium for some reason. Oh, they made it easier. All right. So this is the start button. Just hit this and then things will go on. Okay, now look at this beautiful symmetry. They're going and they're funneling to the central area. Okay. It's going here. Anything that needs to be refined will be refined. Okay, it's being smelted. The metals, as you can see, the lithium and ammonium are going all the way down. The quartz is being printed into a beacon, grabs it, it's being shredded. That's raw metal. I forgot to mention here, AstroTime put in a load balancing mechanic. If you look here, there's a storage sensor attached to a count repeater, attached to a delay repeater. So what happens is when this is full, let me take a look at this real quick. Empty or not empty. So when it gets triggered, when it gets full, it shuts the arms off a little bit. So it has time to funnel these resources off into the correct areas. It has that for every platform, all along the way here. So as if there's like a blockage, it won't keep running it. It'll just give it time to flush the resources out. Again, brilliant design. Okay. So you can see it's getting shredded. It's gonna go in here, and then boop, it's out here instantaneously. It goes in. All right, so when these are full, I'll come out and store into these. Keep looking. Okay. There you go. We can follow the progress of. All right. Here, the graphene's coming out. Now we're gonna get that titanium alloy, which is gonna be outputted into here. This is all working at the same time. I don't know how else to describe it, but I think it's a very elegant design. It's very thoughtful. He used all of the recipes he could to use pretty much all of the ingredients that you can probably find. All right, now it's gonna get put into here. It's gonna get print. There we go. Can get picked up and shredded. Again, very elegant design. I'm always impressed by AstroTime's ability to put in a lot of fail-safes that are very complicated and, you know, well thought out. Look at this. It's beautiful. Want to kind of get a bird's eye view of the whole thing here. Okay. Now you can build your own version without the mod. It's not going to cover all the resources, and if you want to cover all the resources, it's going to take a lot more work. But yeah, you can design your own version. Man, yeah, this is great. This is an idea that I had. I was going to build it later, but he built a better one. I'll release a crappier version that I will design later, but there you have it, folks. Astro Times, what would you call it? I guess a garbage can for resources. It's fantastic. But yeah, you do need to mod it. I'll have all the links in the description below. You can check it out for yourselves if you want to. Alright, thank you so much for dropping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, comments, things you'd like to see or for me to cover, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And as always, hope you guys are staying safe and sane out there. If you guys have any builds you want me to cover, feel free to contact me. I'll be more than happy to make a video on it and give you credit. Otherwise, I will catch you guys next time. I hit my microphone there. See you guys later.